Soko TV, uboroso bw'umugusi.
Chitariki ne mirongo itatu ne Eyemo chimutinyo gatatu mwaka w'ekiri bubere mirongo ibiri n'itano n'oyomo. Ensa ne Eyemo yabona umugoroba imigetaseni Ensa ko mwanchumulie na gusugire andonsi asogendete gutubwatia korwa no gosemera ko ne naritkolie yago lyabere litoereru kegima ne biro binde na ndengo kwariganira imemesa ya mangana Amayia irinde to sange twimanye nara yabarike baito babere bagusangirira kora chinsemo na kwene kebuna abere kagotoikira ime Ensoko TV. Karanso iko mwanchumulie lya to sanga subwamo gochaka bono iga goika omoelyo. Nyora yonsi naboko yenyara gwetera sensemeri mitandao Facebook nabo igo YouTube gwetera Ensoko TV. Literia nenkerubo Frida ningotoko bwatenere Barnabas Sundari Misef Kelvin Mogoy nabo igo Brian Achaka soko ene kemna chibicha neliogira gwikira sole asinchira ya bene. Kolendo mwanchumuligerelia tiango trayanyara asinchira yo wenye.
Modeling, I didn't know what sort of outcome I could have expected.
Ekiombe gia Red Cross gwikirania omuyega bwo gochora Mr and Miss Red Cross ime county ya Nyamira.
Animal identification and traceability bill which has been developed recently. Now this bill is a further development of the early.
Ababwatani ebe county ya Kisii, Nyamira, Migori na Homa Bay nigo bagendete no murobere bwo gusangirelia ibirengerelyo igoro y'umuswado mu ya o Anitrack.
Expressing disgust and horror at what happened in the middle of the night.
Muraibe kyama gya DCP Rigathigashagwa nigamochiri gutagura ko bibanda byo boncherelia ime ya Gekomba. Karibu sana mwanchumuligelia ngomanya senchera yobo ikirano. Kwa chaka mayaye birebiga nigo toko ya chaka kurwa sorgongo rwagusi asengo kumenya buna okobolia nigo kwarure gocha asa abantu bakisi gwetanga no bosalia bwebintu kinga ky'omuchando onde bwensi okoba nagosabwa gukora obogayani bwa mangana elio bamanye ekikireta mangana yokoba. Okwana senya gitari ya Kenya habwa search ko yigora maiga yo gosiekwa asegeka ky'omutinyo yomo nigo mugabana bwe county ya Kisii Paul Simbarati atebabuna nige ko igorwa kyake elinde korwa obokoleri bo wochia ase omwananchi murigito weekly forenge na ikera na chinsemecho nabo yogotwariganiria oroboti rokobwatia.
Umugabana bwe county ya Kisii Mosque Paul Simbarati nigababolira amanyi be county ya Kisii gwetanga kurwa sobosaliwe nibo ya serikali ngakicinde cyonsi ingana yakoba niga yakwa naye ga cinga kya italire nyagitali ya Kenya level 4 iri kuruto taja gandrete maiga nyagitali yo gosiekwa kubwatakana no kwa kumusibati yo morenge kobena umutinyo yamo oetire na yako yigore nyagitali yo etaka okora obokorari boke gochia asaba nanji nonyene kero bubareri bogandrete
igo makosa na atokea Gakiso wanje kwenu isanza mupwani. Don't take advantage. Abantu omaliga ku CDF office. And I want to give you a warning. Nicho mugabana. Lakini kino mugabana tingwanja mwenye site y'abantu bache mwangulika elist. Igo na mukomera nelichiko, kumera nelichiko. Ikife kilichotokea hapo. Wale madaktari wanasimamia madaktari Kenya mzima walikuja hapa na wameenda headquarters kuangalia ni nini kama ni mtu alizembea kazini ataenda nyumbani ama kufika kabisa. Sasa kwa sababu hatutarajii mtu azembee kazini, lakini kama ni kitu ambacho hakikuwa kinawezekana, pia tutaweza shughulikia shughuli hiyo. Omwenyo pi munganje etwate betu ko yure nyakitari wono ndari yaki etu ko yure ni faces bali mungu ana mutegera etu ko yure ni faces yani ba kubekwa ikera magento wakirangira crossise
nonya nabo nigabe kateneni buna bali bareta chiburuburu na gusale bintas nyagitari iyo nigo abaraye baba babekiro byara abwasa abandi bagandreta kuligwa elinde bairuge tambakero kieli chiko
ndete bitana egetangani na nateba monto ndebwenzi intwaru police family lakini monto ndebwenzi sosema akabatu le camera CCTV bakubugoli TV bakubugoli computer bakubugoli ebintu byo yonsi ikyobozi yabo ikonaba na ile twe agaku ebodi ya 100,000 wose ekwelele ebodi ya 300 cash 100,000 na ebodi 300
asomo sangerekana uyo ni gobo igomoragaba na simbarati achake murobelyo bene bwokobeta etuge chanjo linde gotanga marwire iyo munwa nebitago igatia barayi bali baikira na asomo sangerekana uyo na mono mwemsie bwe wodi abokimonge omosika mosondeli uyo boigo nyarakaba kurwa kubulia kwa bene guchia 7 betange kurwa sobo salia
pediatric ne wodi ya bana wodi ya renge bo sana mwese kuligera ni magaye building yeye pediatric ward ya bera renovated ya bekirwa kama bati ya mai wonto waneleo lakini na wodi ni bana pediatric ward ne nyagitali yeye ngima yake nyanya era abantu batikire korale bitanda mune birega iga achane te bitande biye byo mutawadi just no mwero kete ko mukyo mutu bitande biye kuwa
kurata boigo nigo yarwe guchiase banyagitali banda bonsi bali bagotoka kana bali na mamocho yokoni amalyo ya serikali na gotebigwa buna nigo barachikwirirwa egetambokero egakongokieli chiko
abanyagitali na tero bali bandi batrage training ko barusinde bagende training bagende sije kanchi abanyagitali bonse ogekai anura noni bichande mingi yinu mwage libe
Gingo ripoteria Nsoko TV korwa Kanyanya ensemo ya bunge ya Machoga barawe county ya Kisii Ritariane Wycliffe Orenge
Biamano sana umulikito Wycliffe Orenga sogotwariganiria oroboti orwe Maega y'umugabana wa county ya Nyamira Amos Nyaribo wasabire nyagitari ya Masaba sub county level 4 wase yimanyikanda na Keroka ewe orobago ichikoni yekerero ensemo yo gusibire chianga amone ensemo yabangina bakuiburira nigo asumwa koyo mone nusubono igati yebinte byo byabere bigoikirana asetaro yegetaseni gensoko wikasi nyagitari yo imeyo Keroka niga bamenye bago keire obokoleri obya maiga ya serikali nene amone county ya Nyamira okora obwagachi obwo unagotumanya mulikito Steven Nyariki Embunde.
Mr. President, unaona perimeter wall. This hospital is very beautiful and is exposed. Please tusaidie tupate hiyo perimeter wall. Namba 2, tusaidie tupate modern kitchen. Munataka jikoni ya kisasa? Simutoe sauti. Namba 3, tunataka modern laundry. Ili mukirara sheets zinaozwa mzuri, mwingine akikuja anapata imekuwa clean.
Mimi nimefurahi leo nimefika hapa kulipa deni ya watu wa Keroka. Hapa sasa tuko na hospitali na tumeweka equipment ya milioni 90.
Maiga yo mugabana wa Nyamira Amos Nyaribo gosaba umurayi wense Mosque William Ruto akonya nyagitari ya Masaba sub county level 4 iyo imanyekanete konye muna Keroka ase umwaka 2024 mutinyo na tarike 24 ine nyagitari iyo egorobago echikoni yekerero eraundari yo gosibichianga nabo igasaba ngina bakuiborera umwaka yo mubono ne nusu nyagitari ye ikirandiye biyonsi
ebinto ebio omogabano itasabete binto ebinge byaikere nigwe kenga ke byonsi byesire kwaera byonsi ase bune orobago asabete orobago rwabekiru rwaerire rwonsi pi baka gapurosi cyabekire nyagitari oise gosoa nyagitari yitogera bete erabete se
korengana n'abaroire ababeire bagocha ase nyagitari eyo abakorwa ase county cha Kisii na Nyamira nigo komo banjiranire okobaroro kobokoreri obuya korwa ase ensemo yo kuibora obobari nabo igo ase gotumeka epima yo bobweni yasha
kinirende muna naiko narigereria nabanaranga lerama echinjinera rorenene mbiya ba enyagitari bangigete abarwire mbiya toko bangu buya twarwarigwa kare twagatwarire eraini anene lakini bono iga ndocho gocha iga kwarikerwa kwa gwatumwa so munyagitari kwa marioba kwa endraisa andanya kugutumia saa na rondoche mbiya gotokonya nabo igo ndoche na korwa raisi ajetega iga ndoche nyagitari ito yatwarira mapatirika manene
nyagitari era rongurwari gutulubiya naenda nabe gututumia abantu abange anere ikichinga kichiria ya rengenke tware goche twabutororo tuganye tuburwari kero kene naende twari kirtwate gutuchiko kora amariogo lakini rero ngo gutura amariogo igenya gitari gese county government ya soete yabeire gotokonya muno sana
orengana no muteneri w'enyagitari eyi Dr. Samuel Atando Mbati nigatebirenga nigo kinwa kwenyagitari eyo kwenekirio komentekana kumubaro w'abaraire bagochi charoro urwabaruire bagatire 20 boka guika baruire Eyemo haseri tuko ekera sensemo yo kuibora baruire bari gocha 50 no guika bona baikire Eyemo na 20
akinire abarwaire bagachire nyagitari yaite barenga abakera akinire resengenche nyagitari ya kinigwa aseke wange kenene abarwere na abangi tokora so outpatient.
Since the upgrade of this facility, we have seen the numbers surging in terms of admissions. We used to have 15-20 admissions. Now we are around 70 to 100 admissions in the ward. Our maternity services have greatly improved. We used to do 60 deliveries. Currently we are doing double that number.
Enyagitari eyibo igo nigo yasire tunensemo y'obumani bu bwaretero bokoreri obonene asenseme yu yakeroka engati yensemo y'obumani asenyagitari ya Masaba sub county hospital ya Nyareko bage kwendera biya maiga y'okiniwa nabo igo komentwa chinguru no murai wense umusike Dr. William Ruto nabo igo mugabana bwe county ya Nyamira Mosinyaribo kwenekina obokoreri nkonyarako babore bogotingiwa boikiranu Hingo reporteria Nsoko TV korwa asensemo ya Keroka ibunge ya kutuma sabeme county ya Nyamira Liza Nyarike Steven Embonde
Watikana na ya Nyarike Steven Embonde nigo tokanda wikase county ya Kisii asengo kumenya buna ekiombe kia mwanyegetinge Heritage Council nigo litko lero bakora umuyiga bugocengera abasubate nabo igabangina meye county ya Kisii aseba basegeta abangina gwetuma asoko enyorera enyere yabo yakeralitko nanya nabo egati yabarai aho bayikirana nigo baburi abasubati kwegwa esko yabo elio kogendera kweligeria ase enchera yabo tambe murikeito Petwel Machini na Robotiro
Bunenjere Eyemo yo kurikirania halitkuria bangina insi kalenda ya kiombe kia manyegetinge Heritage Council yo mwako yiga nige kiombe kyo kyanyako ge kwarigania bangina na wigabari bangina ime county ya Kisii asogo segeta bangina yoro chinchira wako ibeka elyo kugendera samangi mabo tambe
aintubuna mwanyegetinge Heritage Council ekirenge gitangani nkirina wikatosikwe. We must be respected na ende ntogo sikwa onyabangina mbasikiri igorero igotwachaga na ende kingo tebya bangina bande mbale bali batageto burayi guchiga amanga no kunyagosoa nyaro amanga no kulimie simi ogotabugorie simi tatakeri inchusa bangina bande ga bunentingana musubati umwororo kurukuros rosirini ochaga ochengire na intu nabangina bande ekiagera mwense nabagusi mole
abari abasubati abaikirna asensemeyo bakrawanere yokurikiro kyabatuni babasubati me county ya Kisii Dr. Rostron Nyakona nigairero byabwa abangina kubwate sigwa naboigo kubeka abangina amo ero kwene kingango kirani baramaganio ao
na injenero nacha litukolia lero litukolio gochengera chintingana litukolia bangina likoro kwa likoro kunga women's day likoba normally tare nane mutinyo gatatu lakini bono mwanya getinge yaro chenga tigeli siekera so mutinyo yo ko basaba kamuranja ase mwabeta mo to tiga tusika bangina baito tusika bangina gaita bangina tusikana bagaka basika bangina baito ikiagara bangina abana bagusira nabago tosira ase family cheito abangina abana bakorosia mechi yeito yagara abana baito bamekameka bagaka baito bamekameka kamuranje kinko basaba nja ase bono iga noko basika nande ko batebinga kerere ke 2027 ekenyanganyiro kerikia bangina bagusi batakete ko bagwe women rep nonkali in fact injendo chenga na isaransi already
Bwiko asensemea yo mwemsio mochore asebunge county ya Kisii Fanis Maneno nigonera erero byabwa bangina wesokia na kwebwatisia asa mangana buna bangina
the member ya Kisii County Assembly kati sio mo governor to Paul Simbarati oyo twali bagatwaje gucengana chintangana cyarengese omocho yo St Vincent asenge julit kolia bangina linene ligo was celebrated on this month on 8th lakini abangina bakarambuya because of the involvement babwate bali chengerese litukolia lero mongina zibora and your team we are up for you ndutu achirega iga ko semia bangina baito inga goikato tende buna bangina naende ko mongina entingana goiko oro kinga aino mongina. So we've encouraged abangina balengega iga na barba so keisiko ba fight for their space as women.
Nakubwatikana halitukoria rero abango chengera halitukoria mongina hanya komogendi niko bono abangina baborigwe korenda ekegusi negekoro kyomogusi.
Igo twacha rero gusegeta na buna abangina ba mwanya getinge na nene mono mwanya getinge igo tokwegerere kegusi gieito tokona kwegeria abana abake buna abakoro beito bune gekoro gieito kiarenge gokorwa lero nelitukoria nyakomo gendi omongino ori omogusi yakoroka baba ngino omogusi tokona kwegeria abantu baite kegusi bamanya muna kiarenge gokorwa erinde buna moroche ense yatabanire igo yatabanire asengencha abantu bakunyomerana asengencha abana bali nonye negesaku nonye n'abantu bali mutari kunyomerana mwanyora ngatwanyomeranire
asebono abangina baboriwe kwanikinga beka bari bya asoko ibwatsia samangana na boigo obonjoria erio kwerigeria engere yabo ya kreditiko
rero twachagaga gushirikia chintingana seritkeri gareto ria bangina ase calendar ya mwanginya getinge heritage council na the theme for International Women's Day this year was give to gain yani okwenana erinde onyore na ende bono korwa sama somo twanyorire rero bangina babeire bago semigwa igoro ya mangana ye biashara financial literacy na mental health na rende buna bangina bakobeka chinyomba chiabo bia igo buna bangina bagusi toreno mogoko asogo join mwanyagetinge heritage council erinde to changira se timu ya this year give to gain
Reporteria Ensa TV kure county ya Kisii Chepethuel Machin
Biamano mulikeito Pethuel Machini ase orobotiro abwatani bekyombe gya Red Cross nigo ase tamu entangani ase kalenda yechisemi bairalibaga eliogochora bali bakoroka Mr and Miss Red Cross ase county ya Nyamira korase gati yabana beskuru ya senior ya Nyakiore kaukwana somo yigoyo mo bisakorase kyombe kyo gya Red Cross oyo tenenete chi county cha Kisii na boigo Nyamira Henry Sanya nigatebire buna no muyiga boigo kwa abasaili baga lyo kwinyuria una ninki babwenete gukora asobugi mu biga abo asaburira basaye belike lyo kwebwatania amone miyigende erebosyo korwa ase ekyombe kyo Mulikito Vincent Monda naika ase skuru ya Nyakiore na gutwariganiria oroboti uroro kumulikira ebyegwa biregati yaborokiwa
Omoyigo oyo ase skuru eyo ya Nyakiore niga aborokiwa be skuru eyo banyolire chingaki chabene na korokia kelibanchete gose bakonyara gukora isiko ya masomo ye klasime egati yali abaorokire nechitengo chegekoro amangana yo mutwe amashairi okwanira abantu amona yanda amange Sanya Henry no mwabisakure kyombe kyo musarabo mubaliri.
We are here for a very special occasion planned by the youth under the Red Cross.
In this exercise today, different themes are being presented, and they're presented by the young ones. We are looking out for creativity, confidence, the ability to express themselves, the overall outlook of the individuals, and then overall we are ranking them based on what they are able to present.
Abarokiwa baria bakwegia koba bararia mbanyorali bagana kwarigania icho chirengete gosemia omusae gosemia ebinyoro nabo egochinchera bagokinia ebiegwa byabo.
Pamoja nasi studioni tunao wageni afisa wa masuala ya vijana na watoto Madi Debi,
afisa wa masuala ya sanaa B Keti,
afisa wa masuala ya vijana mtaani Letaipa.
Thank you for this opportunity. You know the most positive impacts of youth engaging themselves in talents is the chances of them involving in crimes are very minimal, and so they become responsible for their lives through talents.
Thank you, Ali, for the question. Let me just say kwamba the youth are really struggling, at least maisha yao yawe sawa kupitia kwa sanaa. Kwa hivyo vijana wanahitaji pesa ambazo watanunua sare za michezo.
Omwarimu omonene w'esukuru ya Nyakiore Charles Omosa nigo nerairirie bagaliaye na gwakira abaroki bwabo buya ase kwira chingaki chabo na kumanyekania ebiegwa byabo ase egeka kiang'e.
Sasa nimeona kwa macho yangu the kind of talents which we can be able to have. Wakati mlikuwa mnanisukuma modeling, tunataka hii, I didn't know what sort of outcome I could have expected. I want to thank you most sincerely, everybody, for having participated. I have seen a lot of talents which we need to nurture. Everybody is a winner. Everybody is what?
Sanya nigo naenda atebire omoyego oyu nigo orengete kwagacha bwikiranu obogima bwa baria bagokina bono.
We were planning for this activity to just nurture talent. It's actually what we call a talent search. It is one of its kind in Nyamira. The intention is to try and build an all-rounded person. That person who is good academically and of course considering that nurturing their talents could be their future. And so that's what we are also trying to do here. But the baseline is also like we are recruiting as many junior Red Crossers as there is. So this is becoming an attraction.
Tulikuwa tunatafuta Mr. and Mrs. Red Cross Nyamira County. There was a very stiff competition. Number 1, Atieno Princess. Any issue, yeye ndo mnaambia, anaambia patron, inatufikia kwa ofisi, si ndio? Mnaona aje? Ameng'ara. Alright. Sashe.
Sanya niga segetira basae nonya mbalia bakore chisukuru bebwatani n'ekyombekio ky'omusaraba omubaliri ase emega yabo yakira chingaki.
We want to encourage all the young people out there who are now out of school to come and join us even during this holiday. Let's do more activities together, be able to keep ourselves busy, away from trouble, and at the same time nurturing our talents and creativity.
Namshukuru Mungu kwa siku ya leo, imekuwa siku njema, tulianza vizuri mpaka hapa tumefika. Hadi natamani tuendelee tu.
Kiukweli tunajivunia sana siku ya leo ili kutuimarisha kitalanta sana. Sana ni jambo ambalo muhimu sana, pia nakumbuka tumeambiwa kwamba talanta inalipa.
Koreskuru ya Nyakiore imeye bunge ya West Mugirango ekaunti Nyamira, nje Vincent Monda imeye Nsoko TV.
Hotigana na iyo Vincent Monda na guskabusia sorobo tironde ni yongo kumenya buna nenchere Eyemo yo gwikirania eganga ya serikali yensi ya Kenya yo gusimeka emetechi bilioni 15 wikira umwaka w'ikirubere 32 iri gukora umuchando bugoncherera kwirire nigo litkoria rere kiombe ya scouts ibe skuru yo boroso ya Kisi bakubwaterana ne skuru ya maigilio y'obubundi ya Kisi ense y'obuteneneri bw'ekiombe ya Kenya Forestry Service basimika emete Eyemo rero likonekia obuya bw'emete emeye skuru y'oboroso ya Kisi.
Steve Maraga is the deputy principal Kisi Comprehensive School, and today we are privileged to conduct a tree planting exercise in our school. And we are doing this because it is the mission of the government to plant at least 15 billion trees by the year 2032. So this is a very good initiative because it encourages at least every Kenyan to plant trees every year, and every Kenyan is encouraged to plant 10 trees per month. If we do this, we can achieve targets of 15 billion trees each year. We do this to mitigate the effects of climate change. We can all bear witness that the climate change is impacting negatively to everybody, not only here in Kenya, but in the global village. So we, the Kenyans, have a duty to do what we can do so that we can mitigate the effects of climate change. And it's because of that reason we partner with other stakeholders. Like now, today we have the Kisi National Polytechnic here with us, and we're also guided by the departments which put the environment as the Kenya Forest Service. So we, the scouts of Kisi Comprehensive School, are always ready because matters in environment are our number one priority. So whenever we get a partner who brings us trees, we are very happy, we welcome them to bring them so that we can join hands together and we can do what it takes to do tree planting, to make it a reality. So we thank everybody who is involved in tree planting, and we need to anybody who is able to give us seedlings to do so, because together we can. Scouts bravo! Vo! Scouts bravo! Vo! Ao! Aoya! Thank you very much.
Mancho mulgereria kurwa soroboti uroni otoko enyoreri bagari ogosoa aso mutumukomo keigo toskale ngwira ntrasege keke kirabosio elinde tobe togosanga amange ime ya Amayia Ensoko TV.
Eye Ensoko TV, uboroso bumugusi. Asomro buligocha ububuremi n'obutugi.
Chinsi yage chinsa chinge na umuraro re kara yaye omwancho morigeri yatenga meipio rusiaga ruro kari gusumeke ruobotu na rusiaga ndoka ganiti kendo gocha korokorera bune bitumo komere oburugere oirorere osamure obongorore orusiaga ruruganiti ororetera obuoyo bwe ng'ombe orubekere ororetera obuoyo bwe chingoko orubekere orusiaga rubarirwo Australia nigo rubwate protein ere igoro ere between 18% to 22% kando nobonsiaga obonde tobwa
Jumanne chinsebiri chabutuko numwiroroye Jumatano chinsaisaro nemo chamubaso.
Lakini orosiaga orubuna morochero robariri akarengo kenyere ng'ombe nkorangansa chinde rogwansere ng'ombe kera ko yabekiro mutu yakorrekananga no monyo kwasi ara igoro.
Ubugima n'urugendo rubwa tamange Amayia n'amabe umusakito Linet Nyambane niga ng'aririe imena isiko yagusi na gusanga n'abayaeteire n'abakuyaetera
nchekera na ibole twe unango tebiwa ndabona ibole tukinde buya ngakina kinde buya ekera na chiko ke miaka star ngachaka ndifero po ngoira samagoro wani kamenya gutokanga na twali roba wana wacha gitego
aya nime yo muroberyo bumwenori kiraritukure Jumatano chinsabiri chabutuko Amayia Ensoko TV oboroso bumugusi.
Buya kegemo mwancho murigari bwa Ensoko TV asoko igoro murangu na gutwanchira goswa enka yawe mambi yabono.
Buya kegema inde aso gutwanchira ko bari yogiritanga ni kwegure nyumba mwago emambie.
Ensoko bwa kiro mwancho murigari incheni Innocent Onyango.
Diana Ndem.
Togenda se gazeti ya The Daily Nation asbago tebanga ikiama gyo DM ge kwamba kororekananga gatigati yayo mwatikano nororo ikiama gitamanyikana tigo sekere serikali kubwatira serikali asomo secretary general sokiri na kugikiria serikali ngichwera kwa nigorengani
Raila puppet or ODM lepo matoyo Edwin Sifuna ole secretary general ya ODM secretary general ya rogo saidi kurwe binto kurwe kitapa kerege lakini nkwira ni maega kego omuntu maito gukurageria sese ya ukagari egere koge butuko
Eye Ensoko TV uboroso bumugusi.
Karibu sana mwanchi umurigereria tusanga sentunda ya kabere ngomanya yagendete gukorekana ime yense ya Kenya. Umuriki w'ikiama gya UDA Omar Hassan hanekeire ababwatani b'ikiama ekyo buna abarwanirire babo nigo baguchakonyora obubuya sobochori oboke oborobere gukorekana bwangoiga okwana kurasa magacha manene y'ikiama ekyo chingaki cyokubwatoka chi certificate gochiase abarwanirire ao Hassan nigatebire kiama ekyo nigekeroberetie nigo kere n'umugano bw'obubwi asobochori bwaeta murikito Linet Nyambane na roboti rasinchira yobikirano
ase egeikaro gyokubwatuka chi certificate gochia ase abarwaniriri batatu bagochia kurwanirira ekerogo kebunge ya Eyemo Dikir obo MCA bwe ward ya Poro na boigo endo uyokorekana imeye county ya Nairobi ase chiobisi chikiamekyo abarai ba UDA bakoragwa no moriki omonene nigo baruro kuburia gochia ase abarai bari bakorigia ebirogo wancherana amachibu ekero babwirwe ase obochori.
Technology has eliminated all manners of contestations, all manners of displeasure. I saw a bit of anger in the social media, particularly because there was hype. One or two candidates would win, and they did not win. Those who call themselves Gen Z, some of you are our sons, our nephews, our nieces. Your anger should be in the ballot box. Hii mambo ya kwenda to have some false warrior attitude, to insult and derogate people on the social media, paints you as a village hero without substance, a preacher without a congregation. Unahubiri tu, lakini hauna wafuasi, unapata likes, unapata retweets. And in Kenya, we must create the culture that you must be able to concede elections. You must have the integrity and the honor to concede elections. No Kenyan never loses an election. I have conceded 2 elections myself, and the last one I knew.
Chinga kiechecho omo seneta bwe county ya Uasin Gishu Jackson Mandago nigo atogire kiama ekyo kya UDA aso kwira ebitambo kero byo gutumia enjera yekerero na goteba kiama tikeyo kirarenganiwe na keria kya UDA.
The landmark of the improvement in this nominations process is actually the electronic voting process that we are now in as a political party. We are the first political party in this country to go electronic in its nomination. And that tells you that this party is keen in ensuring that their candidates are the candidates of the people and that the nominations are free and fair. And we are in the quest of fulfilling those pre-election pledges so that when we go back to the electorate in 2027, we are telling them we committed to housing, you can all see. We committed to universal health coverage, you can see. We committed to food security, you can see. We committed to ensuring there's conducive business environment, you can see. As a party, we committed to free, fair, verifiable nominations, you can already witness. What reasons will anybody have not to vote for UDA and this government?
Nonye nabo Omar nigo amochirie abarai bari bakomochia eserikali egati yabo uyo kabeire omurai bwense Uhuru Kenyatta nabo igo egati echinyumba choborarie asatebire buna chabeire chikoraria chitarifa choborimo.
Uhuru looks us in the eye and tells us how a government must be run. He did not do any of those things. He privatized Kenya into a Kenyatta corporation. He killed sectors of the economy to build his own, including banks, where he tried to institutionalize the NCBA. He killed KCC and other milk companies to create a dominance and a monopoly. Rigidi anamka asubuhi ni Ruto, anamka jioni ni Ruto, anaenda kulala ni Ruto. And a pack of lies, a pack of propaganda, a pack of falsities. And unfortunately, to one or two people, it's the thing that they use to derive their comfort that probably there's somebody, that is not what accountability is about. Iko shida gani? Munasema maurongo juu ya urongo juu ya urongo. You have headlines that are unpatriotic because somebody hajalipa deni, mtu ako na private commitments zake hajafanyiwa, mwingine ako na uhasidi ya mwenzake.
Ngoripoteria Ensoko TV erietariane Linet Nyambane. Ekiombe gia IBC ritkolia rero nigo gia swali ritkolia kabere asokolikia abantu wakachikura aso mwaka ogocha. Me wadi ya Kemera ime ya Manga sub county abantu nigo besokia aso bonge ele kweneke buna ngo eli kebale buna abakichikura kulenda bara nabo igo abasae nigo babule gwesokia elinde kweneke nga morobeli yo ngo ikiranole.
Tangoro kweri kangwenyi makore iga otora polling station ya koroko entanda primary exercise kia voter registration igorontu acha exercise kia voter registration countrywide na ande kera to kuligereria asogocha kwa abantu ate kurekesa na kifota igoro etana pia yenge bitilo lakini today being the second day Abatorojenga effort the turnout is quite improving. Nande gotoko imisa abana Kenya bali baikire myaka 18 bali eligible for voting bacha so because this is a national event and when I have launched yesterday for the next 30 days we had our members bacha in large numbers but registered voters. So one thing I can appeal to the general public and the administration where necessary, by me say abantu from their areas of operations budge in large numbers, because this exercise is going to be for the next 30 days from yesterday when Kiabe launched countrywide.
Sasa mlidanga istabusire, ndio sekitoge ndanda. Kana sikupate kura yana, kana kupata kura ku ngitsaga iga. Para de tenja rumura 2027 kote ibali batara wata kura moja gakio sobonge muwate kure iga ka rumura yumya.
Etuleti abagabana nigo bamochire omunene b'abanyanyimbo asoko bwaterana n'abaseneta erio kubabeka byara abagabana abo batari gwikirana abosi we committee ya CPC asengwana yabona barike bamangana nigo omunyakirgo wetuleti abagabana nigaerere buna abagabana tibari gochya gwikirana abosi we committee yo yebunge ya Senate oika egeikaro egati y'abagabana n'uborai we Senate inse yomonogeri we bumbe ye Senate kyabere kigwikiranirwa.
The Council of Governors notes with utmost concern the actions by the Office of the Inspector General of Police in what appears to be unwarranted and disproportionate exercise of force in the attempt to arrest Nairobi Governor His Excellency Sakaja Johnson. This follows his failure to appear before the Senate County Public Accounts Committee, CPAC, pursuant to a resolution made collectively as the Council over the conduct of specific senators in the captioned committee. We state in the strongest terms possible that, one, this matter is not a personal issue concerning one governor, but a collective decision made by the Council of Governors following continuous extortion, unnecessary harassment, and intimidation by 4 members of the said committee. 2, it is regrettable to single out a few governors for coercive action in a grave matter that remains unresolved between the Committee of Senate and the Council of Governors. The Council, and that's item 3, has also sought audience with the leadership of the House to resolve the issues in vain. As such, the decision to pursue arrest of governors while allegations against committee members remain unaddressed defeats the intent of oversight, it deepens mistrust, and undermines the rule of law. We wish to state that yesterday, 29 governors were summoned by CPAC. Only 2 appeared, and those 2 declined to proceed with substantive engagement in line with the Council's position, pending resolution of key issues between the Council and the Senate leadership.
Unentere Eyemo yogotinya obokoreri ase sekta yetugo nigo litkuria lera babwatani korwe kaunti ya Kisii, Nyamira, Migori na Boigo, Homa Bay batwara egeikaro himeyo mubaganio yomo himeyo mochio bosongo ili basangireria ebirengereryo igoro y'omuswada o Anitrack gose Animal Identification and Traceability. Okwana ni gobairira obuya bw'omuswada oyo nagokiania okwambukira kwa maroire ugotanga obwibi negati ya yande amange.
Here we have come with a bill which we call Animal Identification and Traceability Bill, which has been developed recently. Now this bill is a further development of the earlier bill which was called the Branding Act, which has been overtaken by events. Technologies have changed. So the Branding Act is the one that we used to have, and originally it used to have basically the issue of hot iron branding, ile ya kuchoma. But now with the Anitrack, we have got new technologies that have come, the electronic, those ones which are live, that you can know the position of the animal as it moves around. So this bill is basically trying to provide for that, and we have brought it here so that the stakeholders can have a look, examine it. If there are any things they feel they are not comfortable with, there are concerns about it, they can advise us so that we can revise it in the process of finalizing it before it goes to Parliament. So here we have basically come to expose the bill to the stakeholders, then they can look at it, have an agreement on it, then they can tell us which areas to improve before we push it to the AG for final drafting. Yes. Now, the bill itself is for animal identification. It's an act of Parliament. It will be for animal identification and traceability, and it will serve several purposes. One of the key things that it will do is the issue of identification. Animal identification will now be official. Every farmer will be required to register himself, and his animals will be registered. Then they will have the gadgets that will eventually be used for that identification. It will carry a lot of information about the animal, issues to do with the disease, feeds, and so on. The other thing that this bill will do, objective, is it will help in enhancing access of our livestock and livestock products to the markets. If you go to especially the external markets, regional and external markets, there are normally requirements that we are expected to fulfill. One of them is you should be able to trace the animal from birth to the time it has reached market level. So once you don't have that capacity, especially the European, the Middle East markets where the prices are very good, you find that your animals will not access that market. So with the introduction of this technology, it will mean we shall enhance access of our products, livestock and livestock products, to the external markets. The other key thing that this bill will do is to help in the tracing, surveillance of diseases, issues of vaccinations, and the eradication of transboundary animal diseases. The other key thing that it will do is the issue of theft of animals. So with that identification and traceability, it will help in reduction of issues to do with theft of animals.
Engaki ya mabuli agendete kubuligwa igoro y'emibere y'abantu kurase county ya Nyamira kurende batinditwa se county ya Kericho. Omonene w'ikiumbe gia DCI Amin Mohamed nigaenekire buna emibere y'abantu 33 n'ebimo bitano nekemo nigo byatindo koiru na igo gutuguterare omubaro oyenanitwe abuli tangani w'emibere y'abantu 13. Amin Mohamed nigatebire abantu batano noyomo abo bakagire kubwatiranirwa n'ebikolebyo nigo babikiru byara asimaiga yobotuki batatu nigo babire bakubwa tukwa chingaki obotuki bagenderete.
The exhumation exercise conducted on March 24th, 2026, pursuant to court orders and under the direct supervision of the Office of the Chief Government Pathologist, represented by Dr. Richard Njoroge and Dr. Donna Nyamunga, together with my DCI forensic team, yielded 33 bodies instead of the 13, which comprised of 8 adults and 25 fetuses, plus 6 additional body parts. And these body parts were conclusively identified as amputation specimens, including fragmented tibias, tarsals, and cables. This represents, ladies and gentlemen, a significant and highly suspicious and authorized disposal of additional human remains, and thereby raising strong concerns about concealment, concerns about irregularities in mortuary management, and possible criminal conduct in the handling and disposal of the dead bodies. Autopsy exercise commenced on March 26, 2026 at Kericho County Referral Hospital Mortuary revealed that for the 26 fetuses, the causes of death included, and this is very important, prematurity, birth asphyxia, and several cases whose cause of death could not be established by the pathologists due to decomposition of the bodies over time. And for the 8 adults, 2 cases remain unascertained due to advanced decomposition. Trauma-related causes include 1 case of head injury due to blunt force trauma and 1 case of pulmonary thrombolism, secondary to head injury caused by blunt force trauma. So far, we have arrested a total of 6 suspects. But after interrogation and interviews, we released 3 who are still, again, under active investigations, but the remaining 3 are in custody pursuant to court orders, and their names are as follows. Jason Machora Nyarbi, who is the mortuary officer in charge. He's the mortician, the chief mortician in Nyamira Teaching and Referral Hospital. We have David Araka Makori, is the public health officer, and Richard Towet alias Ezekiel, who is the cemetery caretaker. The court proceedings are ongoing, and the matter is slated for formation on 23rd of April 2026.
Mbunge omukuru okilwa South imeyense ya Tanzania Selemani Bungara nigo asiria obugima bwaye ase konyarabeire omubunge gochakira omwaka w'ekiri bubere na isano goika omwaka w'ekiri bubere ne 20 ningabeire asensemo yokwamereria eserikali asikolende abetega kumanyikana gwetera ase omonugoye o ulisikia wapi imeyorogongo rwa East Africa ningabetega kurwara sigikegeke naboigo gusiria ubugima bwaye.
Hata kama mtu anakufa katika nchi yako serikali haina habari, la mimi inanisaidia nini? Hivyo la mimi inanisaidia nini? Serikali ambayo watu wanauliwa wao hawana habari, ni CCM mimi. Tatizo bunge, tatizo mahakama, ndio kidogo afadhali kidogo. Mara mkuu kidogo kwa mbali. Kwa mbali sana. Ulisikia wapi? Ulisikia wapi? Mtu anatoka chama cha CCM na anasema mimi sio mbunge wa chama cha Chadema. Alafu anakaribisha katika bunge awe mbunge tena. Ulisikia wapi? Hakuna. Ulisikia wapi?
Leo tunasimama hapa mbunge wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania, sio mbunge wa CCM wewe. Wewe mbunge wa Jamhuri ya Muungano wa Tanzania. Kazi yako kuisimamia serikali. Sio kila kitu serikali ikisema baya ndio, zuri ndio. Why? Wabunge mmekuwa sasa hivi kama mbumbumbu. Umeshiba? Una njaa? Why? Mimi nakusifieni kidogo kuhusu mambo ya umeme. Kwa umeme alhamdulillah. Kwa umeme mnatufikisha mahali pazuri. Kama maandamano yapo na ipo, CCM inashinda. Na mashehe wale waliokuwa ndani kwa miaka 8 mkawaachia. CCM dole. Lakini kama sifanyie umeme mashehe hawatoki, mishahara amuongezi, wakulima amwarudishi. Wala silaumu serikali ya CCM iliyopita. Mimi najua nitailaumu serikali ya Magufuli mwakani, sio mwaka huu. Aiza toa, aiza ijiuzuru mpango. Kama si hivyo, walangatilile ya gesi naanza tena kusini. Walangatilile lile. Wamanzara banafsi la yabuke jipigai mwenye ali.
Manche murieli ya gwikira buno gwikira mweli wo kumurikira Amayia Ensa Eyemo kurinde tomera chinsa isato astrabe togosanga amange ende akwebwatia imirubirio aimigeta seni genso kona boigo kwego kia kigima litere na Nkerubo Frida nigotobwatanere Brian Chaka Felicitas Kabendi Barnabas Sondari na boigo Kelvin Mogoi.